What if Deku was a ghoul? Part 4. And I believe this is going to be the last part. Can't really think of where I'm going to go with this. This is probably going to be the last part. And yeah, let's get into it. Oh, and sorry for not commenting or replying on every comment. I read all of them, but I didn't have time to reply to all of them. Just because I had to do homework and stuff, so I couldn't really reply to all of them. Same probably goes to this episode because I probably have to read for school and stuff, so yeah. So where I left off, Deku just won the UA Sports Festival. And I'm going to do a time skip to the forest training camp arc, skipping over the internships, completely skipping over the final exams. Deku passed. He passed. That's all there is to it. So, now we are at the second day of the sports festival, and it's nighttime. All of them are fighting, same with the Zuku. He ends up beating Muscular, gets Kota, all that. But one thing he does is he saves Bakugo. And then he saves Bakugo. And then he gets captured himself. So, a week passes and all the teachers are going to save. They're going to save Deku this day. And Deku has been tortured. Not as bad as Jason, or Yamari, I think his name was. Not as bad as Jason, so he just kept saying, just not telling them that it didn't hurt him at all, as he would just smile every time they'd come to torture him. So he basically just smile every time they tortured him. Like, they'd be in a room with a light around him, with blood all around him, with him just smiling as they walk in and torture him by cutting him and stuff, only for it to heal, leaving no scars. So they were a little kind of freaked out, but not really, basically, because they knew he had a healing ability. And yeah, that's all. So as soon as the heroes break in and stuff, he basically just breaks the handcuffs and escapes, because he knows there's going to be a war between All Might and All for One. So he basically breaks out and just pulls out his mask from his back pocket and puts it on. It does not look like the one in the thumbnail. The one in the thumbnail is not correct. I just threw that on the thumbnail. What if Deku, the Ghoul, imagine Kaneki's mask. It's exactly the same, basically. And Deku has complete white hair now. So he basically puts on his mask as he's ready to fight. So basically, All for One and All Might are fighting as what the heroes know as the Eye Patch, otherwise known as Deku, is just jumping around, just killing random heroes. He's just jumping around killing them, with the occasional just eating one of them, eating a bite out of one of them, because Rize had she was a binge eater in the series, so he basically took it after that, I'm saying, so now he's also a binge eater, basically. So he just, with the occasional eating one of them, so he just keeps jumping around until he meets with Endeavor, and he's and Endeavor's you're the Eye Patch. Wait, aren't you that UA kid? I didn't think someone UA could have, but he's so disgusting as you sneak in. As Deku charges in, as he sends his Kagane, or sends two of his tentacles right at um, right at what's he called? He sends two of his tentacles right at Endeavor, which he blocks with which he blocks with his fire, only to have the other two tentacles wrap around him. And now that the two tentacles that were hit by the fire are free, they stab right through Deku's back, which I know that's where they come out, but like above it, they stab right through it and just stab Endeavor right through the heart, killing him instantly. Which this also damages Deku, but since he's been eating a lot, he basically is healed. He heals a lot faster just because he like has a ton of energy. So then he goes over to the fight with All For One and All Might, and he's like, "This is getting so boring." As he jumps down behind All For One and just stabs a tentacle right through his heart, and stabs the other one, just keeps stabbing him, and then basically moving them apart once they're inside, all four in different directions, sending blood everywhere. Probably should have said that this was not child friendly or disturbing. Yeah. Gore in the next parts, I guess. But basically, like, blood sends flying everywhere as like little chunks of All For One suit just keep landing. As Shigaraki sees this, like, no, this can't be. How? As Deku basically looks at All Might and says, "Finally, I can actually fight somebody who's worth my time." As he points at All Might, "If you can't beat me, then I will become the ruler. I will make ghouls equal to society and not be looked down on. Come at me, All Might." All Might charges at him, only for Deku to burst, like he has his tentacles, I'm gonna say, go away. His Kagane goes away, only for a centipede one to come out with a face mask growing over one of his eyes. As two centipede legs pop right out of his back, and they're like really long, and they just keep, they basically just, All Might just keeps punching them away. It's like, dear God, I never thought that Deku would be a Kakuja. If you don't know what a Kakuja is, it's basically a ghoul that eats other ghouls, giving them another power, basically. Like, it gives them a power, but they can't really control, I'm going to say. I'm not really quite sure, as it was never briefly explained, as a Kakuja is not canon, basically. Because if you guys don't know that Season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul is canon, Season 2 is not. As Season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul, really, you need to read the manga to understand, as, can't really remember his name, but the other white-haired guy with the CCG stabbed him right through the eye, making Kaneki lose his memories and giving him the name Hise, I think. Heisei or something. And that's the start of Season 1 of Tokyo Ghoul. So Season 2, the animator for that was said, go your different direction with that. But it was still good. So basically, he just keeps running at him with insane speeds. And he basically ends up stabbing All Might and just kills him. And now he makes blood go everywhere as he starts eating All Might, basically, as everyone's shocked to see the symbol of peace killed so easily by a ghoul. And they're all scared and they start running, as he basically killed the number 1, 2 hero in front of them. As they run, as he just throws part of All Might's body up in the air, as I'm just going to say hundreds of ghouls fall down. They just start falling down from the from like the building, like from the roofs of buildings and stuff. They just keep falling down, jumping down, killing a bunch of people, just like, yeah, let's do this war. And then commences a war, a week-long war between ghouls and humans. Ghouls win, by the way, thanks to, like, whenever a ghoul couldn't handle something, like a really good pro hero, Deku just jump down, stab him right through the heart, letting the ghoul eat them, basically. This doesn't give them any ability, they just eat them, like, why not? No proper funeral for you. So, this ends up happening, and I'm just gonna say, watch, season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul, like, episode 7, I think. Like, it was, like, episode 7 through the last part, and like it was episode 6 or 7 through to the end of the season, and just replace Kaneki with Deku, and that's all what happens. He gets married to Toka and all that stuff. Yeah, they have a kid Ichika. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Hope you guys liked this series. I could have gone better. I wish I could have done something better. I didn't do it, though. I'm pretty mad at myself for not doing that, but I am giving you guys a series that you love, apparently, to how much views you guys been giving it. So I'm leaving this one off to open up this series. What if Deku was a god of destruction? Part 3 tomorrow, Part 4 on Wednesday, Part 5 Thursday, Part 6 Friday, and then I'll resume it on Monday as I believe on Saturday and Sunday is going to be a new What If Deku, which I'm not sure yet, so please give me your ideas down in the comment section below, like your ideas. I really like doing the Dragon Ball Z ones, because you guys are all giving me like these animes that I've never watched. Personally, I can do any One Piece one. Any One Piece one I pretty much know anything about. I also pretty much know anything about Dragon Ball Z, My Hero Academia, that's why I'm doing this, and Black Clover. I actually might do a Black Clover one, because I've really been wanting to do What If Deku had the 5-leaf grimoire, which means he'd have anti-magic swords, which really I just make anti-quirk swords. So yeah guys, bye.